Hello and welcome to another technique of the week. My name's Boss, and today we are in Switzerland and we're on top of the world basically. We're here because I wanted to show you guys what self-defense would be in more extreme situations. Places where you might not think of self-defense. We tend to do a lot of training outside because of that, because I feel that most of the self-defense situations happen either outside or maybe in, if you're going out, whatever, but rarely in a dojo, or maybe never. So this is where it happens. So this is where you need to train. We're going to look at a self-defense technique today for a uppercut, and I got Fritz here today, and he's going to help me out. All right, so we're assuming that he's going to come in with a combination, because a lot of times it's not just the uppercut. So in this case, maybe he just threw a hook punch, and so this is where I go under, and now the uppercut comes up, and this is where I don't want it, right? I don't want it on my chin. So if it goes into my stomach, that's fine, but not on my chin. So as soon as I duck the hook, I go in, and here, my arm goes in and blocks it right here. At the same time, I go to his groin area. So I just hit him there. And that'll make him think of other things. And ideally, he's gonna move a little bit, more down, which makes it easier to do the next technique. This is where this is like the same concept of four-figure lock, right? So the only difference is I just steer him this way, because now he's almost turned around, and the only thing I have to do is let go and go to that rear naked choke. All right, so if we look at the core technique, and he's going to come up with just the uppercut, I should just pivot in. This is like the actual technique. I pivot in, then I go down to my groin strike, go under, hook here, and here I go into that choke. And you'll see that as soon as he comes in and I hook him here and I can just do that, you see he'll turn around. It actually works. Even if he uses a lot of power, as soon as I go in here, see, he turns around at a certain point. Now, this takes me a little bit more power, but not that much. So one more time, he's gonna come in with the hook punch, I duck it, this is where I block it, groin strike, and this is where I go in straight into that rear naked choke. All right, Fritz, thanks. This is another technique of the week, and as you can see, these are fairly simple techniques. I mean, it's a block and you go straight into a defense. Very simple techniques. We have more complicated techniques as well, but these are the ones that you might be doable in the street. I'm saying might be doable because if you've seen street fights, they rarely look good, and even if someone has martial arts experience, they're just really not as nice. Even in the ring, if you see mixed martial artists fighting, the techniques are never as nice as they would be if you just execute them, in the dojo or whatever. But parts of these techniques are very usable, and this way of manipulating the elbow, I find a very good way to sort of steer him around or get around a clinch, stuff like that. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, subscribe to our channel, and get the word out there. We're based in Holland, so it might not always be good for most people to come and train, but you're always welcome to come and train. If you don't have that option, look at our techniques, find a friend, train the stuff. Go to a local dojo and, get more familiar with their techniques and maybe use our techniques on the side. The most important part is if you want to get better at what you're doing, you have to keep training. That's very important. All right, again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.